Yes, it was correctly. Finally, somebody says that
Oh,
in the
at
right way.
last. That's okay then, so I can speak a bit of Russian. I can speak a bit of Russian now, to catch.
Yeah. It's Ukrainian, actually.
Oh, Ukrainian, my bad. I should have just shut up there, shouldn't I? So, Christina, how has your event been? What's your experience been like? Have you enjoyed it?
Well, as I said earlier, it's been a very great experience for me, and I was very nervous because there was a lot of expectations. I understand, like, people didn't expect me to win the tournament, obviously, but if I was invited for this event, meaning that somehow I have to play good, you know? So it was like a lot of pressure on me that I put myself. But I feel like I can be somehow proud of myself managing my nerves and, you know, keep my chin up even when I played bad, when I had a bad rolls, and keep fighting, because it was the most important for me to keep fighting no matter what.
Yeah, I think you did yourself proud, and I think you played some good pool. I think you was a little bit unlucky here and there because you seemed to lose a lot of hills.
Yeah, well, some hills it's my own mistake, you know, I can blame it's on the bad luck, but of course it's giving me a new ideas what I have to work on and new motivation to keep developing my game.
Well, the good thing is you have youth on your side, so you've got plenty of time.
Yep.
So over on table number 2, as I said, Chris Mellon is playing David Alcade. David Alcade missed a pretty easy ball at 1-1, and now Chris Mellon has raced into a 3-1 lead. So both them players won their first round matches. Naoyuki Oi lost his opening match here on table 1, but he's got a good chance in the first rack. Christina, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's going to win the event?
It's very hard to say, because I guess on this level, when it's like top 7 athletes in the world competing together, it's always about a little bit of luck, and who's having more confidence and feeling better in this day. So that's very hard to predict, but it looks like Albin is in pretty good shape, and David Alcaide always seems so focused and concentrated on the match, so he's very tough mentally. It's very hard to break him down, you know. So I would guess they would be somehow in a final.
Oh, you've got to pick one though. I want one name. I'm putting under the cosh.
All right, let's say it's gonna be David.
Oh, that's who I picked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't lose any matches yet, as I believe, in this tournament.
On his second day, he went undefeated, and he's kind of kept that up. But, well, as we can see on our little screen, he's got a little battle going on there, but he looks good in the 5th rack. There you can see he's 3-1 down. So this will pull it back to 3-2. So me and Christina have picked the same player. Both gone with David Alcade, so these 2 balls will keep David in the match. And there it is, 3-2. So we will keep you informed as table 2 unfolds. Back over to table 1. Naoyuki Oi, he's off the board. He's playing Niels Feijen. Christina, did you have a pool idol growing up? I mean, you're still young. There might still be your idol, but was there somebody?
I'm still growing up.
Yeah, but you know, obviously, when you was a child and you was watching pool, was there somebody who you know, you wanted to be like?
I was admiring.
Yeah. Was it me?
To be honest, no.
Oh, great.
Sorry, Carl.
Get Christina out of these comms box fast.
Well, to be honest, I don't really remember looking up on someone and admiring someone or having an idol, but I can't say I was looking Asians back then. Maybe Jasmine
Okay.
was when I was a little girl. I remember I print her pictures of her stroke and standings, and I put it in the wall next to my pool table so I can kind of copy her. I think this is the only thing I remember from the childhood,
Okay.
looking up to someone. But definitely Kelly Fisher is one of my favorite pool players, because sometimes knowing people, it's really hard to judge their own skills without judging their personality too. You know what I mean? And I feel like she's a fabulous player and even more amazing person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and of course you managed to beat Kelly on your opening day, and that was a good win. And you played a little part in sending Kelly home that day.
That's true. I mean, it was important win for me, and I knew it's between me and her going home. So, and again, I respect her a lot as a player. That sometimes gives me more confidence when I play with someone like this.
Yeah, of course, she played her part in this tournament. She was here for 4 days. Over on table 1, Niels Feijen's he's made a bit of a mess of the 2-ball, and Naoyuki Oi plays a good save.
It looks like Niels is struggling with the game a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right, Christina. I think obviously we've watched a lot of Niels play this week, and the one thing I would say he has done all week is he's missed quite a lot of easy balls, but he's probably the best fighter in the game, and he'll keep grinding it out.
Oh, I just wanted to say that he got this role to back him in the match, but
yeah, you thought he'd fluked the two there, right?
Yeah, in such short races as race to 5, you gotta make sure you make as less mistakes as possible, because it's a very short race, and you definitely don't want to give an opponent any chances, give opponents any chances, especially on your break.
Yeah, very short races, race to 5, but there's plenty of group matches to play, so overall the players are actually playing quite a lot of pool, and Naoyuki didn't want to hit the 9-ball, so this rack's still up in the air. So you're talking about working on your game, Christina. Where do you feel like you need to improve? What you're going to be working on?
Well, first of all, when I practice, I try to always work on everything. Like, I really like structure. I really like routine and discipline. So I know every time I come to practice, it's like 1 hour I work on my stroke, 1 hour I work on my break and stuff like this. So I try to take all aspects in the game and try to practice it every day consistently. So, but of course, it's the biggest part is a break, as I mentioned before. I'm working a lot on the break, but it seems like I still can't figure it out. So I gotta keep working hard and try to improve this part of the game for sure.
Yeah, I spotted something about your break in the advert. I'm going to discuss your break with you, because I think you could do one thing to change, and I think it will definitely improve your break. But I don't want to give too many secrets away out in comms, so we'll wait till the break.
Well, if you feel like coaching, I don't mind. I'll definitely can take some of your advices.
Yeah, so Niels missed the 2-ball in this rack, and Naoyuki Oi's missed the trick, and he's let him back to the table. Yeah, the 9-ball's in probably the most funniest spot on a pool table, but it is off the rail, so as long as he gets over either side, he should be fine.
To be honest, I hate those kind of shots, because it's like even though it's a straight in, you still feel like something is on the way.
Yeah, it can often make you look a little bit silly, and I think Niels has got the cue ball absolutely perfect. Especially if the nine's touching the rail. I know what you mean, Christina. It can be a bit, ugh. But it's Niels Feijen who wins the second rack. This match is nicely poised at 1 rack all. Over on table 2, David Alcade. He is at the table. He's got a tricky shot coming up. What about the men's game? Was there anybody you liked watching, or you wanted to kind of try and emulate? You can say no, it's no problem.
I never tried to copy anybody in my life. So my dad is my coach, and he always was, and he taught me kind of snooker stroke. As I mentioned also earlier, you were guys talking about my pause in between and before I shoot, and it's kind of a lot like a snooker stroke, and I feel very comfortable doing that. And sometimes on the stream when I rewatch my match, I feel like, okay, it feels like it's frozen, but it's my pause.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I thought that a couple of times. I thought, as the TV stopped.
But for me, it feels like pretty fast, you know. Sometimes when I rewatch my match also, and I feel like I shoot so fast, but then I'm back watching my match and I feel like it's still quite a long pause, but for me it feels like no pause at all. So no, never tried to copy anybody, but I really enjoy watching David Al-Qaeda always. He's pretty fast player. It's very easy to watch him, you know. Sometimes it can be quite frustrating to watch slowly players. It has, like, it's nothing wrong about it, it's just sometimes frustrating to watch.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So your father, was he a good pool player?
He's a decent pool player, but he doesn't practice obviously, but he's a learner, you know. He's a grinder. He really loves understand things, analyze them, and always figuring out something. You know, if I have some problems in my game, he always come up with some drill that he made up himself in his head.
Oh,
you know,
that's cool.
So yeah.
Well, your favourite player to watch, Christina, on table number 2 has just missed, well, a shocking 7-ball, and that has let Chris back to the table. He takes a 4-2 lead in that match, so that's interesting. As we go back to table 1 here, Niels is kicking softly at the 1, and he doesn't want this to pop out like it has done.
Still looks quite complicated to make the 1. I believe he's going to play a save.
Yeah, he's not in an easy position, that's for sure.
What would you do? Play the 1 ball behind the 8?
Yeah,
Cue ball, sorry.
Yeah, I would hopefully play it just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shot from Naoyuki Oi there. So Niels has got a kick at this. He's got a kick at this 1 ball, and it's very difficult to get this safe by the looks of it. That's why he played it hard. He's just had to try and make something happen, and I think he'll be happy with that, Christina.
Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. You've got a little roll. Is he playing 5 ball?
Yeah, I think he's played the 5 and the bank, and he's lost the cue ball. It's funny, really, because the cue ball was close to potting the 5, and he was close to the bank, and you see, he just misses the 5, and he scratches off the 2 ball. It's a game of millimetres. course, Niels Feijen from Holland. He has won pretty much every tournament you can win. But he hasn't won the World Cup of Pool. The World Cup of Pool is the next Matchroom Sport event. It's a run of events coming up, part of the Matchroom Pool series. But he will be playing with Mark Bice, the boss in that event, the 9th through the 14th of May. Always a fun event to watch. Do you like the World Cup of Pool? Do you watch something like that? Yeah.
To be honest, it's my favorite format of the tournament to watch.
Well, the old Scotch doubles. You like Scotch doubles, yeah?
I hope someday they will come with mixed Scotch doubles.
Well, Christina, look at this.
Yes, very unexpected miss.
Yeah, well, we've seen Katja. He looked a little bit edgy. We've seen Naoyuki Oi, who's made a few mistakes. Niels has made mistakes. David on table 2 is making mistakes. So everybody's feeling it a little bit today.
Yep. We're all humans in the end of the day.
The pressure is getting to the pool players. Albin looked very solid though in his opening match of the day.
I feel like he's just very tired from feeling nervous since he was playing so many days in a row. He just spends it all.
Yeah, Albin's played a lot of pool this week. So it's early on in this match, it's one rack all, but it's just starting to feel like this rack here it's an important rack. And whenever your opponent has made a huge error, it's always nice to punish them, and they'll be sat in the chair thinking about that.
It feels like Naoki's pretty tight in his stroke.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, does he?
No.
But this is not a difficult shot really, just stay still. And just pop the ball. Yeah, and he has done, so he is on the 9, so this will just settle Naoyuki down a little bit, and this simple 9 ball for Japan's Naoyuki Oi. He takes a 2-1 rack, leading this match on table 1, and we'll be back after this short break.
He's going to the bottom cushion, maybe off the 8. Oh, trick shot by Woodward. What a shot by Albinution.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
This championship is being played with the new Aramith tournament set. Featuring a unique molecular structure, it guarantees razor-sharp precision and unsurpassed longevity. Unquestionably the best pool balls in the world, this set is available in a TV and a value pack version, as well as in the new My Aramith range of ball and cue cases. Now you can bring and play with the best ball set everywhere you go. My Aramith, bringing new dimensions to your billiards experience.
Welcome back to finals day. Albin Ocean, he's no stranger to a big win. Let's hear from him.
Albin, perfect start for you to winners group. Happy with your performance?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm fresh and sharp. I felt good today. I actually said to myself I got nothing to lose anymore. I showed that I can play good in the group stages. I played good for a couple of days. I had a nice day off yesterday, and I'm ready to go today.
How different are you feeling today compared to, say, groups 5 and 6?
Of course, I mean, you don't have to qualify anymore for a final group. I mean, you only have to qualify for the semis. I'm feeling good. I played a good match against Oi. He made 1 or 2 little mistakes, and I took the chances and won the match.
One of Europe's greatest pool players. And here's another one, Niels Feijen. He's breaking in the 4th. Yeah, that's not a bad break off. Controls the cue ball pretty good, but well, he's got a few problems here, hasn't he, Christina?
Perfect start for you to winners group. Happy with your performance?
Yeah, it's 2 balls in a pretty tricky position, and it's impossible to pack it, I guess, anywhere, or at least make it to the right pocket. So I believe you'll have to play a safe on a 2 ball, just drawing the 1 ball and trying to send 2 ball on the long, on the back of the short rail.
Over on table 2, David Alcade's just missed the 4 ball, so Chris Mellon's back to the table. He's leading that match 4 racks to 3. So Niels plays the hook, but it's a pretty easy hit on the 2. Chris Mellon flukes the 4 ball, so he's already had the greatest fluke of the day on the 9 ball against Katja, so he's got a great chance to win his 2nd match of the day.
Wow, that's, I guess, nerves is showing them, and very unexpected miss from Chris.
Yeah, Chris went on to miss that 6 ball, so both players edge here. Naoyuki Oi, what a jump safety shot that is. Phenomenal shot there from the Japan superstar. Look at this, stuns the cue ball off the bottom rail, in behind the 5. Drama over on table 2. David Alcade plays a poor safety shot. Chris has got another chance. It is all happening. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a great kick shot.
Second chance to finish this match, and he missed again.
Yeah, table 2, there's drama happening. Back over to table 1. Naoyuki Oi is on this pink 4, and he's got a good chance, and it's a match he needs to win. He lost his opening match to Albin Ocean 5-2. So for Christina to catch, what's next on the calendar? What have you got coming up? Any tournaments soon, or is it a case of COVID is still ruining it all?
I got plenty of events back in America, and I'll play Puerto Rico Open. I guess it's the first stop of Predator Tour. I'm pretty excited and looking forward to play that, and there's also a lot of local tournaments, so I'm definitely staying very busy over there. It feels like COVID doesn't exist in America.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's a different story in England. That's for sure. David Alcade on table 2 is on the 9 ball. If he pots it, he's tied that match up. Both players have played one game and won one match, so it's a little bit of a nervy affair as Japan's Naoyuki Oi, well, he pots this 9 ball to take a 3-1 lead over Holland's Niels Feijen. What about the old Russian pyramids? Did you ever play that game?
I did, but I don't really enjoy playing that. It feels very boring for me just to pocketing the balls, and I don't really understand the whole, structure of the game, saves, and it can be pretty frustrating when you have no clue what you're doing on the table. It's like me playing one pocket.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I've seen the odd, sort of video, floating around, and I don't really kind of get the Russian pyramids. But what about the snooker then? Did you play the snooker, or did you watch the snooker? And
I enjoy watching snooker. I don't always follow all the matches in snooker, but as I said earlier, my stroke feels really alike with snooker, so I like to watch snooker, especially before my matches, just to visualize and try to catch this feeling of confident stroke. That really helps me a lot. That's why I watch a lot of snooker, but I don't really play that because, again, it's very frustrating for me. I can't reach 90% of the balls, and I have always played with the rest.
Yeah, you play with a long bridge, Jan, don't you? Because I'm sure you've always had to, stretch over the table.
All the time. I can't even sometimes get to the blue ball to put it on the center of the table. So.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but I definitely enjoy this game, watching this game. It was a pretty great break from Naoki, giving him a chance to get on the hill. And the rack looks pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is kind of key shot coming up as long as he gets on the pink 4 ball. And this will just kind of throw the group up in the air a little bit. Of course, it is still early days. And there you see, whenever you're cannoning into the balls, you're always relying on a little bit of luck. Especially when you draw off the ball like he had to. So now he's got a tricky little pot here. And this is the type of lifeline Niels will be looking for. I know we keep referencing to table 2, but as I said, me and Christina, we've got a screen, we can see that table. David Alcade has broke off, and he does have a shot on the 1, but both players have missed a few balls, so that was a nice shot, Christina. I think he was trying to bump into the 5, was he?
I think so. But he ended up having a poor position, and I believe he'll play a safe.
Yeah, is he playing the bank? He is playing the bank, and he's made the bank shot, so Niels won't be happy seeing that one disappear because the writing is on the wall for this rack. I think you're right, Christina. He looks a bit edgy and a bit jumpy, doesn't he?
He does, even more than normal, because
yeah, even
this is
more than normal.
Yeah, you can see that he also gets pretty frustrated if something goes wrong.
Wow, David Alcade has just potted an unbelievable 2-ball, kissed off the 9, and the cue ball has gone round the table and scratched in the corner. Scenes on table 2. Chris Melling's got 5 balls left with ball in hand, and at a quick glance it's hard to see where that can go wrong. Japan 4, Holland 1. Yeah, I went to, in the quick ad break, I ran to the bathroom and Naoyuki was in there and he was going, not feel good, no feel good. So, there you see table 2. This was from David's break. David potted a tricky 2-ball. Needed a little bit of luck cannoning off the 9-ball, and the cue ball went round 2 rails and scratched. So, things are going good for Mr. Melling today. I said this to Michael McMullen. I just get the feeling certain players, they don't really like playing, Chris. I don't know if it's, you know, the cue, the snooker cue background or something, but it's certainly going Mr. Melling's way. He's played 2 and he's won 2. There you see, he just had a little bit of a laugh to himself as if to say, that was a nice roll. And Niels Feijen, sorry, he needs a few rolls. He's down big in this match. He's missed a couple of balls and he's trailing 4-1, but he has got the break. Up next on table 2. Well, Chris is putting his cue away, but he needs to stay on that table. He's playing Albin Ocean.
Very important break for Niels right now.
There, Christine, you see Niels' feet, how they're both facing towards the rack.
You can see that.
Yeah, you're stood a little bit too square, so you're losing the power. So next time you practice, try and get your feet facing the rack. You see how he pushes his feet through?
Yep. Thank you.
You'll be breaking like Niels now. Next time we see you in the Matchroom events or the Predator Championship League pool, you'll be crunching the rack like Niels.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out. Christina's coming. So, does the 4-ball go in between the gap? I think it does, so he's going to play a little combination. Of course, when you're playing this shot, you've got to worry about where the ball you're hitting ends up, because that's going to be the ball you're on. Well, this is not bad, is it, Christina?
I guess it's the best outcome that was possible in this match. And this shot, sorry. Maybe in this match, too.
What you like at these type of combos, I mean, this is fairly easy, but in general...
Sorry, what, once again?
I'll ask you after the break, because we're going to get a break. Niels Feijen makes the combo. That was a quick rack and just what he needed. And we'll see how this match unfolds in a few moments.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
Sporting events should not be held until there are no new cases.
Well, that's right up there with the... No crowd, but who needs them? Just in terms of pure potting ability, he's just one of the best we've ever seen.
Oh my word. Incredible.
What a power-packed partnership it is. Start the engraving process.
Welcome back to finals day. Japan's Naoyuki Oi will be breaking in the 7th. He leads Niels Feijen 4 racks to 2. Naoyuki Oi's breaking with loads of spin. And there you see the cue ball keeps spinning. He's the only player in the event to be breaking like this. And he does have a shot at the 1 ball. It's not easy. He's got to get on the 2 ball, so we'll see how that one goes on. Delighted to be joining the combox with Christina to catch.
So you asked me if I like playing combos, but I don't, because I'm not really good at them and I'm not always feeling comfortable and confident playing them, so I try just to avoid them and shoot only if I have to, like if I don't have another choice. And wow.
Yeah, that wasn't easy. It was not easy to get on the 2, so he took a little bit of a gamble. Of course, he didn't want to hit the 3. And, well, the cue ball disappears, so Niels Feijen has got a bit of a lifeline in this match. Yeah, so Christine, you've got a few things to work on, so the next time we see you, I think I might put a little bit of money on you to win the event.
I told you, watch out.
Watch out, Christina's coming.
I can definitely put some hours in practice. I have no problem with that, and yeah. As long as I know what I have to work on, it's not a problem for me to work.
Well, I think the biggest asset you've got is your cue action and the way you pocket the ball, because I think if you're such a good potter and you don't miss many balls, I think everything else you can pick up and learn,
yep,
you know, pretty easy. As where, if, you know, it's like when amateurs say, oh, how do I aim? It's like, uh-oh, here we go. How do you tell somebody how to aim? I'm not quite sure yet myself on that one.
Happens the same with me. But, you know, it's one of the benefits being in America, that you actually learn so much about the game that I never even thought about those things. Like aiming system. I thought, like, you know, ghost ball is my only game aiming system, you know, but apparently there is so much more, and it's definitely learning about this game helps you a lot to develop your game.
Yeah, and I know you've been travelling around some of the events with World 9-ball champion Fedor Gore, so you've got a pretty good teacher there.
That's true. He's not teaching me though. He can't teach girls. It's very tough.
I'll have to have a word with Fedor. What's up with you, Fedor? I'm sure he's watching. Anyway, Niels Feijen steals that rack from Naoyuki Oi, so there's been a lot of 5-4 matches this week. I'm sure my partner in crime, Michael McMullen, will have that stat, so he's the stat man, so we will get that one to you. Albin Ocean on table 2. He's playing Chris Mellin. Chris Mellin's off to a wonderful start. Quite unusual matches. Both matches he's played in, his opponents have missed a lot of balls, so this could be good signs for Mellin. I have picked Mellin to go on and make the semi-finals, and I was kind of a bit torn between him and David Al-Qaedi, who was going to win the event, but I kind of just edged it with Al-Qaedi. But I wouldn't be shocked to see Niels Feijen holding the trophy as well. He's won many of the big events, and he breaks off in the 8th rack, and he's got a shot here, so that's all you can ask for.
It's a pretty easy opening shot. I believe he just needs to follow and playing combo after that.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because after playing the 2 onto the 6, he's got to get position back down the table for the 3, and he's not going to risk trying to pot them both because the 2 ball might come out a little bit, so he's just got to think about this one a little bit. These can always be a little bit tricky.
I believe this is the worst outcome you can get on this position.
Yeah, he just caught the rail, which caused the 2 ball to come, well, out a little bit more than he would like. I think he can still thin cut this in, but the cue ball is going to be the main issue on this shot. You might have to play this with a little bit of... Well, he's gone that way and he's hit it fat. Oh, he's had a wonderful kiss there on the brown 7. Niels is one of them players who don't really put his hand up and apologises. Do you apologise if you get lucky, or...?
I always apologise.
Oh, you do apologise?
Yeah.
Well, Niels didn't apologise then.
Yeah. Well, it depends a lot on the player, but I feel like it's just the right thing to do, but it's very individual again.
Yeah, I don't think Niels means anything bad by it. I think he just knows that, you know, there's a little bit of luck, you know, at times in pool, and he kind of doesn't really get bogged down with all that. He just gets on with it. And
I know, but it's funny because, you know, if they lose because of the bad luck, they always complain about it. You know what I mean? But if you have a good, like, luck, so why not apologize for that if you complain about bad luck? If you know it's about luck, then don't complain when something goes against you, right?
yeah, I think you need to go and tell Niels after this match, to be honest.
I mean, I'm just saying my personal opinion, you know, then don't blame luck in anything.
Yeah, in fairness, if there's one player on tour who doesn't blame luck, it is actually Niels. I've never really seen him moan about it, to be honest. So he's got these 2 balls, and from 4-1 down, he's kind of hung in there. And, you know, Naoyuki Oi's not had much table time from 4-1. He played, well, what was a very difficult positional shot, and he scratched. And Niels is doing what Niels Feijen does. He's hanging on in there, and he's asking Naoyuki Oi the question. So this 9 ball in the side, and it's hill here on table 1. Naoyuki Oi will be breaking in the 9th rack. Naoyuki Oi lost his opening match to Albin Ocean, so you feel this is more, well, it's more of an important match for Naoyuki than Niels. Niels beat his World Cup of Pool partner in the opening match. The World Cup of Pool is the next event. It's part of a Matchroom Pool series of events coming up. World Cup of Pool is the 9th through to the 14th. The World Pool Masters, 22nd till the 25th of May. That is in Gibraltar. And the World Pool Championships is back. It's back where it should be, 6th till the 10th of June, and then later on in the year, the US Open. And of course, the Mosconi Cup. You clearly like the Mosconi Cup, Christina?
I do enjoy that. As I mentioned earlier, I really love Scotch double format, and it's really fun to watch.
Have you ever been?
Never.
Oh, we've got to... Emily, we need to get some tickets to Christina. We've got to get Christina to the Mosconi Cup.
Commentating?
Yeah, we'll get you in the box. Yeah, that's a unique event. And if you've never been to a Mosconi Cup, well, I suggest you get yourself to one, because there is no place like it. No pool tournament like it in the world.
I will for sure. Maybe once it's going to happen in Vegas, I'd love to come. When it's gonna be? This year it's England?
They've not released anything yet, and so, I don't know. I'm the last person to find out, Christina, believe it or not.
Alrighty.
Yeah, they've not, I don't know. I think a lot of it depends on, obviously, COVID regulations and stuff like that. I think the main thing is, though, wherever it does end up being, let's just hope there's some form of crowd. So, Naoyuki Oi breaks off, and it's been a kind table, this, Christina.
I believe this was the only shot on this table that he could miss the position, but I think you can wish for something more on the hill. You see he's getting very fast, very confident. Feels like he's speeding up with every single shot, more and more.
Yeah, that will settle down. Naoyuki Oi wins this match 5-4, a break and run in the 9th. Niels Feijen is staying on this table. He's playing